Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. For those who are just joining me for the first time, my name is Mary Jane Tracy, and I'm coming to you with a 411 of life experience. What I think I do astrology, I read tarot, and spiritual love of life coach. That's what I've called myself for many years, and going through a lot of transitions in my life, probably like many of you. So today I just came in to do some chit chatting. And we have the moon is, where did the moon go? The moon is, where did the moon go? The moon went somewhere. The moon is in lovely Aries, and the sun is in lovely Virgo. So happy birthday to all my beautiful Virgos. So we are entering into Virgo energy, which is nice. I mean, Virgo's about finding that rhythm. It's about, this is about to um finding, how we can go with the ebb and the flow. And that's what the Virgo is. And with finding it, it's also not to get overwhelmed with so much life that is going on around us. And I feel that's extremely important right now. And as I have been doing some mulling and thinking and everything else, hello, Declan Joe, and hello, whoever else is joining me at this time. Can't see who you are, just know that you're there. Um, it's a few things that have come in. Okay. One, I'm going to talk about protection and what protection is. So we're going to do that. But first of all, I want to talk about passion, passion, and stepping into the passion and what I have learned upon my journey, good, bad, and ugly. My passion has taken me on a beautiful road of so many turns and meeting so many beautiful people and connecting with different parts of myself spiritually. And my passion has brought me to a place of really understanding a little bit more of what it is to step into your passion and how to step into your passion. And I think it's very important where I've been reading some beautiful people, talking about them stepping into their passion and walking away from corporate jobs and spending more time with their family. And the thing is, that's beautiful. It's beautiful as long as you can afford it. That's number one. And I know some of you are going to say, well, that's horrible to say. And I'm like, not really. If you can't afford the roof over your head, the food in your fridge, or to drive your car, and that stepping away means that it's going to give you a time of struggle. Now, I know sometimes when you are working certain jobs that you just detest and hate and you just don't want to do them anymore. It is important to find a transitioning. How can you transition out of this into something else and still continue to make a substantial living, right? And that's important. And many will say, well, money doesn't matter. And, and I'm just like, okay, I understand. I was there once. I thought that if I just follow my passion, if I just do what I do and just do readings, everything will fall into place. But you still need a business plan. We still are in this muggle world. As much as we are accelerating into a fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional, 10th, I don't know, whatever dimension you want to accelerate into, that we still live upon this earth. Now, unless you live in a place where you have plenty of food and you don't have to worry about the elements like wind and rain and snow and heat and all of that, well then that is fabulous. That's great. But not many people do. So when we are starting and we are wanting to find our passion, no matter what it is, and no matter what age you're at, it's very important to look at what is your plan. And many times we, I know for my own self, we just sort of like wing it. Just go off on a wing and a prayer. And, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Many people go off and run off to Hollywood and they wanting to find their passion and to be that famous writer or be that famous actress or actor or get into filmmaking and creating, the films, and be the next Scorsese or whomever it is that they aspire to be. But along the way, you need some kind of plan. And many times the divine takes you and gets you, maybe that's where you are, but shows you different opportunities or roads. And it's not your thought. It's not what you wanted. You wanted something else. You wanted the red carpet. You wanted the couture dress. You wanted to be able to go down Rodeo Drive and just walk in and buy whatever you want. Absolutely fabulous. And I think that's a beautiful thing to aspire to if that is in your alignment and that's really what you want to do. But this is where also that you come in and you start to really look at, and this is what I want to start to have people really look at. What is it that you do want to create? Doesn't matter. I know the world is going to hell in a handbasket. I know there's war. I know the markets are shit. I understand that there's inflation in food and everything else. But when you go through and you look at history, the people that make the money or make something are when the world looks like it's going to hell in a handbasket. That means that people who are, deciding to, I don't know, become the next Mary Kay or Avon representative. I mean, I'm just putting those up because those were started by women in desperate times, started by women who were told that they can't do this and blah, blah, blah. Hay House, Louise Hayes, fine example. She was, she did come from a family that was fairly well off, but she had some horrible marriages. And she did have a lot of turbulation and stuff within her own personal life. But she had a dream, right? And her dream was to get her book published, right? And she had whatever money and she just gambled it all. But the thing is that she went out and worked at it. That's the key. So if there's something that you're dreaming about, what is the energy and what is that you're going to be putting into it to create it? And there's going to be things that are going to pull you off to different sides, whether that's family and children. And sometimes they have to have that priority in your life before the other things that you want to do. It happens. And it's not to have the guilt or feeling the shame and the blame that, oh my God, I should have done that. And I know for my own self, my family did take me on many different journeys and many different places of the things that happened within my family. And for the different situations that I ended up in. But when I look back on many of them, I look back and I'm just like, you know what? There are things that I could have done. So I need to learn from that. There are things that I should have taken advantage of or indulged in even more instead of just maybe not doing anything or thinking that God's just going to open the door. Now, I've been watching this one guy in Arizona and he bought this property and stuff, and he's really crazy looking. A lot of people don't like to see him. He's tattooed his eyes and his face and everything else. Smart, brilliant man. He is very smart. He's creating a homestead for others. He's building his own food truck and things like that. And he's doing it through, of course he's doing his videos and he's subscribing. But the thing is that in order to do his videos and that, he's got to take his time to learn how he learned how to do his videos. He's done some other things that personally I would not have done, but for him and his girlfriend made them a lot of money, right? It was lucrative. And but understanding on how to do that and create that. And now that's what he's doing. And he's building quite a beautiful rapport with that, and making money. So the thing is that there are things that you have to look at right now on what it is that you want to do and how you want to do it and devise a plan. And the plan, I'm going to say, that means since we're in Virgo season, isn't going to be easy. That means there's going to be something that you got to find a rhythm and you got to work at it. It's not just showing up and saying, oh, I hope that whatever falls into my lap. This is about if you are wanting to create some sort of business, you're going to have to get out there, you're going to have to market it, you're going to have to show people, and you're going to have to get involved in some way and do that. If you are wanting to be a YouTuber, you're going to have to learn how to get out there and film and edit and do all those things. And sometimes, when you think YouTubers are just talking, you got to remember they're talking just like I'm talking. Like, right, I'm talking to the camera, right? Doing that, and you're doing that out in public. And sometimes that could be a little embarrassing because everybody's going to be staring at you and saying, okay, this guy's just, or this gal's just, whatever. There's a beautiful girl I follow, and she goes and her thing is to show you the different things that are great in London, shopping, the different seasons, and how Harrods and stuff decorate for Christmas or Easter, etc. And that's her thing. And she shows the different fashions when she goes shopping at different shops and stuff like that. Totally love it. But she's made that where she does it twice a week, then takes time to edit. Now, every single one of the people that I do, listen to and stuff, the time for editing in order to create what they are wanting to do takes time. Sometimes people want to do it, they want it instantaneous. And that's the thing. It's like things that if you are wanting to create something, aren't going to be instantaneous. Sometimes you're going to have to take a part-time job until the other thing is fulfilled. Leonie Dawson is another prime example. Now, she's been doing her business for quite a number of years now. And she takes in, I think she grosses 17 million a year or something like that with her business. And she teaches online business. She has a whole crew now that work with her and everything. But she started off very small. She started doing her little blogs, writing her blogs, doing her art, putting her art out there, finding different places where she could upload and put her art in order to sell it, and then started to write how she does things, right? And she got her following, and people started following her, and it grew from there. She writes a planner every year, and it's one of the top planners that sell, about a work planner and a home planner. And some of the Mateus, go see the oven for a minute. I'm cleaning my oven. Is it doing anything funny? No? Okay. So so this is I don't know if I'm making any sense. I think I'm going to have to write this down and really go through it because of the things that I want to start sharing more with people on creating their passion and stepping into their passion. And I feel it's so important for people to find that, but to understand that it's just not one thing wanting it, but it's another thing that you have to look and start to plan it. And I'm going to say, even though Mercury is in retrograde in Leo, coming into this Virgo energy is really a beautiful time to sit down and look at what it is that you want to plan. That's what Virgo is. The other beautiful piece with all of this is protection, and looking at what kind of protection you want to put. Every single religion, every single practice, there is a form of protection. There are different things that people utilize for protection, from whether it is planting the different trees out in your front yard, to saging your home, to lighting a candle, to burning incense, to having crystals. Understanding that protection is important. Knowing how to protect yourself is another important thing. Understanding your ebb and flow of your own frequencies and energies is very important. Yes, I do believe that the planets and everything have a part and play of what the shenanigans are that are going on within oneself and how they need to work. But I also believe that protection is very important. And knowing how to protect your home, cleaning, saging, incense, I think that is a very important piece. And understanding that, when I look at protection in different forms, that there's prayers that many different people say and do. There's crystals. People place salt in corners, holy water in their house, crucifixes to actually amulets all around your home. So there's different forms of doing protection. And I think for whatever you're starting off to do is making sure that you're protecting yourself and making sure that how you do and what you do, even before you go online or go out somewhere, it's very important to call in your energies, call in your angels and your guides, and bring in that protection, because I think protection is a very important part of our everyday life, and especially when things are so crazy. So I'm going to talk more on this. And if this interests you, if you are interested in finding out more about, business, I'm not a business person. I'm just going by my experience. But if you are wanting to know more about me sharing this with you, um, let me know. Please let me know in the comments. Send me an email, DM me if you're interested in finding out more about what it takes to really look in and start your own business. And I feel like it's important for me to start sharing it even for people who are my age, which is important because a lot of people my age are still needing to be employed, still needing to work. And finding a side hustle or finding another form of income of whatever that is really important in order to continue their security and bringing in their security. So, just an FYI. And sometimes there's jobs out there that you're thinking, oh, I don't want to do that or what have you. But I find what I'm learning is that, you know what? I'm connecting and communicating with some beautiful people. I'm getting out and I'm not just sitting around moping, and I'm still going to be able to do the other things that I love to do. So, taking it all in stride. Ooh, what do we got? The Queen of I don't give a fuck comes out. So that means to get clear on what it is that you are wanting to do and how you are wanting to do it. That is so important. Bringing in that clarity is important in how we are stepping forward in whatever it is that you are wanting to do and how you are wanting to do it. And no, sometimes not everybody's going to like what you're going to do. Not everybody's going to like what you're going to say. But if you're finding that you are being called to do something, having a passion to do something or create something, it's very important to start to look into and get the clarity of what it is that you are wanting to do and stepping forward into it. And don't overthink. Overthinking can be a real bitch and a killer. Worrying about things is like you're worried about the future of things that have not happened. So that's why clarity is so, so important. And when you do start to think and you do start to over exaggerate on things, take a moment, call in your energies, give it up to the Holy Spirit, and ask for inner peace and a miracle. Bring forth your crystals. Allow yourself to have that protection around you, because sometimes a lot of those outside craziness and overthinking is caused by either the world events, caused by other people not liking what you are doing and trying to infiltrate the things that you are doing and stopping you from doing it. So there you go. If you're wanting more information on this or you're wanting to book an appointment and get a reading, let me know. And I'm going to send you guys out with so much love, and have a fabulous, fabulous day. All right. Enjoy. Bye bye.